Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Craig Foss.
My question is to the Minister of Finance and reads, how will Budget 2010 make the tax system fairer?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, a stream of bad decisions taken by the previous Labor government over recent years.
Order. I don't even need, I think, to hear the point of order. I simply say to the Honourable Bill English is that when he's asked a question, how will Budget 2010 make the tax system fairer, to start with a stream of bad decisions by the previous government is hardly answering the question asked, and it is out of order. The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, the budget will seek to undo a stream of bad decisions made by the previous government. The previous Labor...
Order. Members may not have noticed, but that was a point of order being called, and any noise, any interjections during a point of order will see someone out of the House. The Honourable Darren Hughes.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as you pointed out, the question on notice, which comes from the government side, is clearly about Budget 2010. You made an intervention, which the Minister, in his answer, deliberately flouted. The Minister's starting answers like that is going to lead to disorder. He can give a solid answer based on that primary question.
Absolutely. I agree with the Honourable Member that there is no need to start answering the question that way. It is bound to lead to disorder. Once the Minister has given some answer, he knows he can probably make some comment, but to start answering that way is inconsistent with the standing orders. The Minister should start by telling us what on earth he's doing, planning to do with the tax in the budget, as the question asks.
Mr. Speaker, Budget 2010 will seek to undo a stream of decisions made by the Labor government which allow too many New Zealanders to essentially choose the rate of tax that they will pay. They did this by creating a proliferation of different tax rates across different entities, and this has undermined the wider sense of fairness in the tax system. We want to make sure that people pay the statutory tax rates and do not exploit the opportunities provided by the Labor government for higher income taxpayers to pay less tax.
Craig Foss.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. What options are available to the government to reduce inequities in the tax system?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, the government has the option of simplifying the tax system. The previous government left us with a proliferation of tax rates where, for instance, they set the top personal tax rate at 39 cents, a trust rate at 33 cents, company rate at 30 cents and the rate on high-income investors at 30 cents. It may not be possible to bring all these rates into line, but we can reduce the number and spread of tax rates so that it is fairer to New Zealand taxpayers.
Supplementary.
Stuart Nash.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. How is it fair that under the details of the tax package leaked by the government to the Sunday Star Times, that someone on $150,000 gets a tax cut 9 times as large as someone on $50,000?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the member will have to wait for the details of the package, as I pointed out to him previously. But he needs to bear in mind that under his government, a self-employed person on $150,000 could virtually pick what tax they have paid. We want to fix that unfairness.
Craig Foss.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister of Finance. What measures will demonstrate that the budget has produced a fairer tax system?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, there will be a number of ways in which people will be able to judge it. People will be able to use standard measures of equity, such as Gini coefficients or ratios between different quartiles of income earners. We will look at how actual households benefit from the changes. We will look at eliminating the glaring inequities that the previous government left behind in the tax system. And I can also indicate that we would expect the overall effect of the package is pretty much neutral across different income levels.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. Does he consider a tax cut package that delivers $2 a week tax cut to almost 70% of all taxpayers while delivering $90 a week to the top 1% is a fair package?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, I wouldn't believe anything that party said about a tax package that hasn't been announced.
Order. I'm not sure I heard exactly what the Minister said in that answer. I believe it was I would not believe anything someone said. Now, the question asked, how is it fair for something for certain reductions in taxation? Now, the Minister can certainly dispute the figures given, but to do it in such what I perceived was a derogatory way of the question is not acceptable. The question was a fair question. Now, it might have been wrong, and the Minister can point that out if it's wrong without being derogatory. The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, the member can't. The member is simply putting up a hypothesis. He can't possibly know what the tax package is because the details haven't been decided.
Question number 3, the Honourable Leader of the Opposition.